Okay everyone, welcome back to CBD Yoga and Fitness. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Mike. Today's video is going to be a yoga for soccer players video. So this is a great sequence to do before practice or before a big game. In the sequence, we will be focusing a lot on the core and the legs. So when you're ready, roll your mat, grab some water, and let's get started. Okay guys, so let's begin the sequence standing, coming into a mountain pose. So let's come to the top of our mats. Our feet can be together or hip width distance apart here. And we'll just start to warm up doing a couple of sun salutations. So when you're ready, let's inhale, bring the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank and lower knees, chest, chin to the mat. Hips stay elevated, elbows hug in here. Inhale, baby cobra. Keeping the gaze down, no wrinkles in the neck. Exhale, shift it back to downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal with the feet, waking up the back of the legs, waking up the hamstrings, calves. And then with your hands, keep your fingers spread wide here. Hands are actively pushing into the mat. Breathe. And on your next inhale, come up on the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step, hop, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart and by your sides. Do that one more time here. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank. Lower knees, chest, chin to the mat. Elbows hug in. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. On our next inhale, let's lift our right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot up in between the hands. Lower the left knee down, left shoelaces down. And from here, let's inhale, rise up into a nice low lunge. So finding our foundation here, keeping our right knee over the right ankle, and then keeping our hips in one line. So for a lot of us, this may mean to draw our right hip back and our left hip forward a little bit. So take your time getting situated here, and then keep your core slightly engaged as well. Great stretch for the hips and the psoas. And then on your next exhale, imagine your hands are covered in paint. Paint an imaginary wall down with your hands, bringing your hands to the mat. And then continue to paint your hands down your mats, shifting back. And we'll come into a runner stretch here. So keeping the right foot flexed, really breathing into the back of the right leg. If you have a block or a prop, you can rest your right hand on that. Exhale, shift forward. From here, let's lift the left leg up off the ground. Inhale, pretend you're pulling a bow and arrow back with your right hand, bringing that right arm up towards the sky. Breathe. Exhale, bring that right hand down. From here, lower the left knee down and shift forward just a tiny bit, coming onto the area just above the left knee. And then from here, bend the left knee, and reach back with your right hand, grabbing that left foot. You can stay with your left hand planted in the mat, or you can come onto the left fingertips here as well. Really breathing into that left quad. Exhale, mindfully release. Plant the hands and we'll step it back to downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs again here. And when you're ready, we'll take it over to the other side. So inhale, lift that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend that left knee. Step that left foot up in between the hands. Lower the right knee down, right shoelace is down. Inhale, rise up. Nice low lunge. Again, finding your foundation here. So left knee over left ankle, hips in one line. So on this side, some of us may have to draw our left hip back and our right hip forward. Core is engaged, breathe. And on your next exhale, again, imagine your hands are covered in paint. Paint an imaginary wall down. Bring your hands to the mat. And then shift your hips back. Continue to bring your hands down. And from here, keeping the left foot flexed, really breathing into the back of the left leg. Exhale, shift forward. From here, plant the right hand in the mat. Lift that right leg up off the mat. And inhale, pretend you're pulling a bow and arrow back with that left hand. Bring your left arm up towards the sky. Breathe. Exhale, plant that left hand down. From here, lower the right knee down to the mat. Shift forward just a little bit. Coming onto the area above the right knee, and then bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand, grabbing hold of that right foot. If you can't grab your right foot, you can just kind of practice the motion here. And then keeping the right palm rooted in the mat, so we're coming onto the right fingertips. Breathe. Exhale, slowly, mindfully release. From here, plant the hands and we'll step it back to downward facing dog. Breathe. Great job, you guys. From here, let's inhale, come up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step, hop, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart, by your sides. Again, let's inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank. Lower knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. From here, on your next inhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot up in between the hands. This time, keeping the left leg lifted, we'll inhale, rise up, coming into a high lunge. Again, trying to keep that right knee over the right ankle here. Core is engaged. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to downward facing dog, pedal it out. And inhale, take it over to the other side, bring that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee, step that left foot up in between the hands, keeping the right leg lifted. Inhale, rise up. Left knee over left ankle, core engaged, breathe. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, downward facing dog. And then from here on your next inhale, come up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step, hop, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart, by your sides. Great job, you guys. Let's keep it going here. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Step it back to plank. Lower knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. From here on your next inhale, lift that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee. Step your right foot up in between the hands. This time, pivot the left foot to 90 degrees. And inhale, air guitar that left arm up. We'll come into a warrior two here. So finding our foundation, keeping that right knee over the right ankle. Right heel is in line with the left arch. Arms to a T. Breathe. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Then on your next inhale, come into a peaceful warrior, reaching that right arm back. And then from here, exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, shift forward, bringing your right hand forward, and then exhale, bring the right hand down by your ankle or by your calf. Arms are still in a T. Staying here in triangle pose, breathe. Keep that core engaged. Exhale, bend that right knee. Come back to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior once again. Exhale. This time, cartwheel the hands down. We'll step it back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Great job, you guys. We'll do the same thing on the other side here. So let's inhale, lift that left leg up. Exhale, bend that left knee. Step that left foot up in between the hands. Pivot the right foot 90 degrees. Air guitar that right arm up. Coming into warrior two here. So again, finding our foundation. Left knee over left ankle. Left heel in line with the right arch. Arms in a T. Breathe. On our next inhale, come to peaceful warrior. Reach that left hand back. Exhale, straighten the left leg. Inhale, shift forward with that left hand. Exhale, bring that left hand down. Arms are still in a T. Core is engaged. Exhale, bend that left knee, come back to warrior two. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step it back to downward facing dog. From here on our next inhale, come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step, hop, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart and by your sides. Awesome job, you guys. Almost done here. So from here, again, let's inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank. And from here, we'll just hold in plank, keeping that core engaged. Back is nice and straight. We'll stay here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, let's lower down to a forearm plank. Again, keeping that core engaged. Back, nice and straight. Breathing. Embrace, challenge. We'll hold here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, lower down. And from here, we'll come into a high cobra. So keeping the knees on the ground, basically just like we did in the sun salutations with the baby cobra, except here, let's lift up a little bit higher. Roll your shoulders back, really open up the heart, open up the chest, breathing into the front side body, core slightly engaged here again. And then exhale, we'll come into a child's pose, so bringing the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch. Extend your arms out long, forehead resting in the mat. So starting to slow things down. When you're ready, we'll release. From here, we'll come into a toe stand. So bringing the knees together, curling the toes, and then sitting back on our heels, giving the feet some love here. If this is just too intense for your feet, you can uncurl the toes and just sit back on your heels. Hands can just rest on the thighs here. And on your next exhale, let's release. And we'll come into a seated position with one foot in front of the other. Doesn't matter which foot. And we'll end this practice doing some seated twists. So in your seated position, let's inhale, bring the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, twisting to our right. So our right hand, right arm coming behind us, acting as a second spine. Left hand resting on the right thigh. Just make sure you avoid the right knee. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Exhale, come back to center. Let's take it over to the other side. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, twisting to our left. Left hand, left arm behind us. Right hand resting on the left thigh. Just make sure you avoid the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Exhale, come back to center. And that wraps up our practice today. Let's bring our hands together at our heart. Thank you guys so much for sharing your time and your energy with me today. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. From here, let's bring our hands up to our third eye. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Thank you so much. Namaste.